Hello and greetings to everyone. Today we are going to treat rates. This is a set thing we are treating under arithmetic processes VI. We have rates. I will first of all start by citing a very simple example. If you have two pieces of land of the same sizes, one is in the city, the other one is in the village, the two pieces of lands do not have the same value. The piece of land which is in the city has a higher value than the piece of land which is located in the village. Let's take this down. A piece of land or a building in every community has a rateable value. The value depends on both the size of a piece of land or building, the size of the building, and its position, where it is located, whether it is in the city or in the village. Even in the city, the position of the building or the piece of land also counts so much, whether it is in a commercial area or a residential area. This value is used to calculate a charge to the owner. This charge we are referring to is taxes. The owner of the land or building in a form called rates. You can see how useful rates are. The money brought in through rates is then used by the government for the administration of the community. To cover all courses on education sanitation, health, and many others. Now let's give a good definition of rates. Take this down. Rates rate is the comparison of two quantities with different units as to understand the amounts of one quantity in relation to the other quantity. That's rate. Rate is the comparison of two quantities. The two quantities have different units as to understand the amount of one quantity in relation with the other quantity. That's all. Let's take some examples on rates. Examples. First one, a worker is paid $800 for 8 hours of work in a day. The rate of the worker in dollars per hour is $100 per hour. Now let's see why this worker has a rate of $100 per hour. We have been told that in 8 hours of work, a worker is paid $800. We have this 8 hours of work. The worker is paid $800. Now we need to find the amount the worker is paid for 1 hour of work. If you divide both sides by 8, 1 hour of work, the worker will be paid $800 divided by 8, and this will simply give us $800 divided by 8, which is simply equal to $100. It simply means for 1 hour of work, the worker is paid $100. Expressing this as a rate, it will simply give us $100 per hour, which means $100 is paid for 1 hour of work. We go now to 2i. A cyclist travels 18 kilometers in 1.5 hours. The rate, in this case, you see that the rate will simply be the speed. The rate of the cyclist is 12 kilometers per hour. Now let's see how the 12 kilometers per hour is obtained as the rate of the cyclist. We have been told that there is in 1.5 hours, the cyclist travels 18 kilometers. 1.5 hour, 1.5 hours, which is simply equal to 1.5 hours. Expressing it as an improper fraction, we have 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 1 is 3 on 2 hours. The cyclist travels 18 kilometers. Now we need to find the number of kilometers traveled by the cyclist in 1 hour. We divide both sides by 3/2. 3/2 divided by 3/2 hour. The cyclist will travel 18 kilometers divided by 3/2. 3/2 divided by 3/2 gives us 1. So here we have 1 hour. The cyclist will travel 18 kilometers over 1 times. We are going to invert the second fraction. 2 goes up, 3 comes down. 3 where 1, 3 will go into 18 6 times. 6 kilometers times 2 gives us 12 kilometers. That means in 1 hour, the cyclist travels 12 kilometers, which gives the rate 12 kilometers per hour. So you take note, the 12 kilometers per hour simply means in 1 hour's time, the cyclist travels 12 kilometers. Go to 3. A piece of metal of volume 70 centimeters cube and mass 700 grams has a mass per centimeters cube as he has a mass per centimeters cube as 10 grams. That means in 1 centimeters cube, the mass of that metal is 10 grams. That is we have 10 grams per centimeters cube. This 10 grams per centimeters cube is simply the density of that metal. Now, if you calculate the density of the metal, it is simply equal to, we are going to divide the mass of the metal by the volume of the metal. And this will be equal to the mass of the metal is 700 grams all over the volume of the metal, which is 70 centimeters cube. This will simply be equal to 700 divided by 70 gives us 10 grams per centimeters cube. You can see a 10 grams per centimeters cube simply means 1 centimeters cube of the metal has a mass of 10 grams. That is what it means. We go to the next, which says IV. A car covers a distance of 100 meters in 5 minutes. Full stop. The rate of the car in meters per minute is 20 meters per minute. The 20 meters per minute simply means in 1 minute the car covers 20 meters. That's what it means. And for us to get this rate, we are simply going to divide the distance covered by the car by 5 minutes, the time taken. This will give us the rate to be equal to the distance covered, which is 100 meters over 5 minutes. And this will simply be equal to 20 meters per minute. You can see in this case the rate is the speed. We are going to end by taking down the following exercises for application. Exercises for application. Question 1 says a house is rented at 240,000 francs CFA per annum. So, what is the monthly rent of the house? Question 2. Find in kilometers per hour the rate at which a car travels if it covers 38.5 kilometers in 35 minutes. Question 3. Find the mass per meter of a uniform wooden beam. Uniform wooden beam. If it is 6.5 meters long and has a mass of 46.8 kilograms. Question 4. A car consumes petrol at a rate of 1 liter every 10 kilometers. If the cost price of petrol is 1000 francs CFA per liter, find the cost of petrol used for a journey of 910 kilometers. Question 5. Equals a salesman earns $700 per car he sells. Find how much he makes after selling 20 cars. Question 6. A town of population 53,280 people has 562 deaths in a year. Find the death rate per 1,000 inhabitants. Correct to 2 decimal places. These are the exercises for application on grades. If in case you have any worries, you leave your questions at the comment section. Please like the video, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for watching.